Hi there guys, this is Steady from MacD Gaming bringing you part 2 of our pulverizing or processing setup, I think is what we called it. As you can remember from part 1, this is what we ended up with. We had our pulverizer pulverizing anything that we put in it. That went to a iron furnace. That was powered by just a generator for now. And then pumped out into, well, we just had one chest, but we got greedy and we've put 4 there. So that's what we had from last time. What we're now going to do is talk about automating this a bit more, seeing what we can set it up with. You'll probably see all the badness in the background there. That's probably playing with Dan's OCD a bit too much. So we're going to be looking at that, setting it up with that, and seeing what we can go. So let's have a look. Right, so the first thing we're going to have a look at is different ways you can set up your pulverizer. Now if you've had this set up, you might have noticed that there are sometimes it might stop because something might come down here. This is a secondary output for anything that you might pulverize. So for instance, copper gives you a 5% chance of getting gold, and tin might give you iron, I believe that's what it is, but we're not going to go into too much of that. Anyway, this box down here is where your secondary outputs are going to end up. So this one is normally yellow, I think. So what we do is we would click on this one. What that's going to do is any secondary outputs are then going to come out of the back of your pulverizer. We'd then have this set up like so to something down here, possibly like a chest. I don't have one, but anyway, you get the idea. So that goes down into a chest, and then you can make use of those dust. You can smelt them in a furnace, you can do whatever you want with them, but that's where your secondary outputs would end up, in a chest down there. The next thing we're going to have a look at is your inputs. Now you can just stick things in this blue box, or if you're wanting to automate it a bit more, you're going to be needing other ways of putting them in. Other ways of putting them in is through pipes. The problem with pipes, you could just link, say, a pipe straight up to the top of it, but if this gets filled up with, for instance, iron ore, and it's pulverizing that, and then it sends a gold ore down here, it's just going to back it up, it's going to make all sorts of mess that you really don't want. This is where these come in. This is a hopper. Placing a hopper down, oops, like that. What the hopper does is it stores things that you want to go in here. So rather than trying to push them all in, it will hold them until there's space available in your pulverizer. This has 4 spaces, so what you can do is you can connect the pipe to the top of the pulverizer, to the top of the hopper. Ores will then collect in there. As soon as there's space available, it will then go into the pulverizer. Now the good thing with these hoppers is that you can put them on top of each other. So rather than just having the one there, which will give you 4 spaces, you could have one on top which will give you 8, and another one which will give you 12, and you could go up as far as you want. I normally have quite a few on top of the pulverizer if you're running it from, say, a turtle or a quarry, like you can see behind there, because there are going to be quite a lot of things that end up in your pulverizer, and that's just a good way of making sure that you don't have overflowing pipes and everything just turns into a big mess. So I do highly recommend putting quite a few of those on top of each other. With the hoppers you can also do a similar thing with your furnaces. We've got the electric furnace here. What you can do is you can put these on top of there, and then anything that gets fed in will, rather than back up, just get stuck in the hoppers and then wait until there's space available. You won't need as many on top of your furnace because you'll probably find your furnace might be a bit quicker than your pulverizer, so it doesn't take as much to keep it up. Hoppers will need feeding from the top as well, so if you are putting hoppers on top of anything, just a pipe like that, it will go straight into the top of the hopper. Another recommendation to do also is set it to day, because night time's a pain in the backside. No, I'm kidding. When you do get this up and running, you might want to also look into these. This is an overclocker. You can put these in all sort of different machines, but for now we're just going to be putting it in your electric furnace, and you put those in here. Maximum of 4, but I think two will be enough for this sort of setup. All that does is just speed up your electric furnace, so when something drops in here it doesn't take as long for it to turn into an ingot. Anything that you put in there it works with, it doesn't have to be dust and ingots as well. So that pretty much is a setup that you'll need. We've also added extra chests just in case we do end up with quite a lot. The extra chests aren't really needed, but just for this, because we're going to be putting quite a lot of things through there, we're going to have them. Right, so the way that we got this set up then, with our turtle guy down there and the quarry over there, is we've got just a mass of pipes. I mean, this is messy for my standards, but I mean, Dan's going to be flipping out when he sees this video, so sorry Dan! Anyway, we've got all these going to diamond pipe. Oops, let's get rid of that. So in this diamond pipe then, ignore the hoppers, that's just for how I've got this set up, because I've got two different pipes coming into this diamond pipe. In the yellow one we've got a void pipe on the end of that. We've got all the things that no one wants: gravel, cobblestone, dirt. Unless you're wanting to keep them, those just get void piped off and disappear into nothingness. And on the bottom one we've got nothing in our black one, as you can see, and I've just got this running to a void pipe for now. Normally I'd have this connected to the massive chest we've got down there, or into some sort of sorting system, but for ease of showing you and not making any more mess, I'm just getting rid of it for now. So we're going to be turning the turtle and the quarry on and just showing you how all this is worked once it's all up and running. Right, so as you can see, our turtle... Oh, I'm going to be lagging a bit because I've set that quarry way too quickly. Our turtle's dug us a nice 3x3 hole. Just dropped off all of its findings, I think we'll call it, into this chest. That's going to then get pumped up into our sorting system. It looks like a big mess to me, but sorting system nonetheless. So we've got all of it coming up, and you'll see the first few things I've just put in there to show you where they're going to end up is 3 ores, and then it's followed by a massive trail of dirt. That's going to go into our diamond pipe. The ores, if I've set this up right, should go upwards, and the dirt should go into the void pipe. That's going to disappear. Yep, ores going up, dirt is being disappeared. The turtle will dump it into the chest every time it gets full, and then the chest just follows it up the pipes. So the ores are going to end up going into the top hopper, because of space below it into the one below, and because of space below that they're just going to keep going down, 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 and then they're going to eventually end up in the pulverizer. The pulverizer is then going to do what we did in the last episode, other than it's going to put them in the other hopper down there. The quarry, you're going to excuse me, this is where we're going to lag to death because I've set it up with 4 redstone energy cells. As you can see, it's moving quite quick, but that's just going to go through everything, also picking up the copper ore and the iron ore, as you can see it down there, and that's all going to get pumped up into the pipes, and I'm lagging like a mother trucker. Yep, going into the pipes, and then that's going to do the same thing. Any ores that it picks up that we've set to come this way are going to end up in here. You can see all of the dust go in there, so there's 3 different dust, and these are just going to get stored in here. Because there's only one going in there at a time, this is just going to go pretty quickly. In fact, I'll show you how quickly it's going to go with them. Look, you can see it's flying through them with the overclockers in there too. So that's pretty much it for automating this a bit more. Now you can just leave this to do its thing, go tend to your chickens or your bees or whatever it is you might be doing. And oh, I'm lagging. Oh, we found a... No, I thought we found a cavern, but no, it was just me lagging out there. So you can just leave this running. This will sort itself out. Because of the hoppers, you've got no real chance of it overflowing unless you plumb in ridiculous amounts of quarries. I think 4 that we've got here should be enough. And that's pretty much it. Right, so as you can see, we've got this set up nicely. I've turned the quarry off because the lag was unbelievable. So we've got all of our ores going into the hoppers, and those are sitting there nicely, patiently, waiting for space in our pulverizer. The Pulverizer's then chucking it all out into these hoppers, and if there's space in here, the electric furnace will then turn them into our ingots. And there we go, we've got them all in these chests. So there you have it, that's all set up. That's all you need to know for getting these few things here all automated. There are better ways to do it with having pipes everywhere. I mean, Dan will tell you how tidy you can have it, but things like item tesseracts, those sort of things, those will make life a lot easier when you're making it look prettier, shall we say. Like I said, this is just showing you the automated side to the pulverizer and furnace, how you can get things in there without having such a big mess. We'll look at different things like your quarry, your turtle, piping. We'll look at all those sorts of things in a bit more detail maybe in another episode, but for now this will do for what we was wanting to show you. Any other videos that you might want to see, just let us know, we'll get those sorted out for you. We're also going to be starting a Let's Play on Feed the Beast Unleashed, which was recommended by Mickey, I think we'll give credit to, even though Dan said it was him. No, it was Mickey that gave us that one. So we're going to be having a look at that shortly too. Keep your eyes peeled. If you want to keep an eye on when any of our other episodes are coming out, just subscribe and then you'll know as soon as they're out there. Cheers then guys, bye bye.